Have you ever been late to work or school because instead of pressing the snooze button on your alarm clock, you accidentally turned it off? Or have you ever gotten lost on your way to a new destination because you didn't quite understand the map or you couldn't understand the directions that someone had wrote for you? I have the answer to all these situations and more, and that is the use of a smartphone. Most people have smartphones these days, but there are still a few of us that do not. I'd like to share some of the benefits of owning a smartphone. The apps on the smartphone are very useful for everyday life. One of the apps that I use almost every day is the alarm clock app. There have been times when I accidentally turned off my alarm clock instead of pressing the snooze button, causing me to wake up late and be late to where I was supposed to be. But on my phone, I use the alarm clock app, and I can set multiple alarms for one day. So whenever I have to be up really early and be somewhere, I will set multiple alarms to ensure that I wake up early, and that if I accidentally do turn off the alarm clock, then I will have a backup just in case. Another app that I use quite frequently on the smartphone is the calendar app. There are many times when someone will tell me an important date, like the day of a test, or there's just something that I want to remember, like a doctor's appointment, or to just schedule a test or something. And I will simply go to my calendars app, open it up, and make a reminder on that date. And a little tiny dot will pop up on that date, and it helps me to remember. It also helps me to schedule important things, and also it is a great tool to use in planning out how I'm going to pay my bills with how I'm getting paid. Another app that I like to use on my phone is the Maps app. Recently I took a trip to Pennsylvania, and it was the first time that I had ever been. I didn't know where I was going, and I didn't have someone with me at the time. I used the Maps app on my phone, and I made it there perfectly fine and without getting lost. The Maps app is a very useful tool for those of us who like to travel. It displays the route that you are going, and it shows you when you need to take another turn. It shows you the mileage that you are going on. So if you have 10 miles to the exit that you have to get off, it will count it down. So it'll go from 10 to 9 to 8, and it will give you little reminders at certain points, like at 10 miles, and I believe at 5 miles as well. It also shows you the number of miles that you are going to be traveling, and it shows you the destination arrival time. Even though sometimes things can throw it off, like traffic or construction, it's still very helpful to see when you may be arriving. Another thing about the Maps app is that if you do accidentally go past your exit, or if you do get lost, it will reroute you to get you back on track. All of these apps that I have mentioned were pre-programmed apps on my phone, but there are also a variety of apps that I have downloaded. There are many apps that you can purchase from the App Store, and they range in price. Some can be very expensive, some can be cheap, and then some can be free. You can get various apps like Netflix and Pinterest and Pandora, and you can also get games like Angry Birds or any other kind of game, like word games, puzzle games, anything that you want, you can get. Smartphones are very useful to all of us today, and I hope that with this presentation, if you do not have a smartphone, you will be willing to look into getting one. I believe that smartphones can help us keep our lives organized and help us to get from day to day and to remember important things. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you later.